already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. And we are back with another video, y'all. Okay, so yesterday, let's dive right into it because we got a couple of things that we need to discuss. If you are new here, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you love reality TV, this is the place for you. Let's get into the biz naive. All right, so yesterday we talked about this clip from the Married to Medicine reunion. And I just want to give you guys a refresher, just to refresh your memory, okay?
You gave us your ass to kiss.
So this is Dr. Simone going off on Quad.
We hung out with Brit. You got me. You got me. No, you got exactly what you deserve.
That went left real quick. Now, I've said it in previous recaps, there is something about Quad and Dr. Simone that just never really seems to be able to gel. And I spent yesterday's video trying to ascertain what it was. Can't figure it out. And so what is their dilemma, okay? And that's also what Quad seems to want to know as well. So let's get into what Quad had to say after the trailer aired. She says, for years, I'm not sure what she commented on this, so if you guys know, chime down in the chatterization. I did see this on, I believe, Bravo Shade Room, as well as Reality Entertainment TV. So she says, for years, I wrecked my brain to see what's all the Simone beef about. The only thing I can come up with is Sister Circle. Listen, I shared my Sister Circle platform with those I was friends with during that time. Jackie, Heavenly, and Contessa. It's that simply. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't cry mad when they don't involve me in their other ventures. I wish them well and mind my business, period. Okay, so when people, I'm glad, so this is interesting because I slightly read this comment and I knew I wanted to talk about it, but now that I'm getting into the nuts and bolts of the comment, let's really dissect it. Because I remember, I thought it was back in the Sister Circle days when Quad talked about the Sister Circle girls kind of being like her real friends. I thought that's when the Sister Circle drama was, that's what the Sister Circle drama was all about. But Quad here specifically mentions that she shared her Sister Circle platform with several castmates, and perchance, Dr. Simone is still salty about not being included in that mix of people for which she shared that platform. Is that it? I mean, Dr. Simone, is that it? Let me know. I mean, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let me know. Because I feel like, number one, this is no shade to nobody, but the Sister Circle show has been off the air for some time. Are you still holding on to the grudge from that? I mean, you're on a show that's still airing. You get to present your business to the world in a way in which, why would you care about that? This is no disrespect to Sister Circle. Listen, we've all had our great shows that we've done, or we've had our milestones. Everybody has their milestones. But the fact of the matter is that show is no longer on the air. So to carry that grudge is like, I would hope that it's not about that. What is the deeper root of the issue? That's what Quad wants to know. I want to know, because Quad don't seem to know. But Dr. Simone says, leave me alone unless you want it with me. Okay? So you better back up. You better back up. Okay? Back up. Back it up. Okay? She's like, leave me alone. You want it? I got it. Miss Quad, she got it. So I don't know. I mean, let me know. Are you guys surprised by this?
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Because if you've been around for quite some time, you probably won't be. And what are they really arguing about? I want to know how it starts. I hope we don't have to wait until part 3 of the reunion to get it. Okay? So y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Next up, I believe that's me, Brit Edie to the symphony. Okay? Let's talk about it. So Brit has responded to the Married to Medicine cast, speaking about, well, Toya specifically.
Absolutely. I
Okay.
did. I like it a lot. It's a lot of Botox and fillers.
Oh, from who?
Which
From
I am not.
who's doing the most?
Man, I saw Nicki Minaj on there. I saw Lil' Kim.
Okay, so just to refresh your memories of what Toya had said on the Toya gave quite, if you have watched the interview, Toya did not hold back on anybody in that interview. Toya don't do a lot of interviews, but baby, she left a path of destruction in her wake when she did. All right. So Britt says, it's unfortunate the ladies from Married to Medicine look to tear our show down, but always want support from the Black community. Lead by example. It gives Mean Girls or Salty because Phaedra is gone off their show. I still wish them well, regardless of the hate. Come on, Britt. Yes, dive right on in. Dive right on in. Shout out to Reality Entertainment TV, also Housewives of ATL, and Virtual Reality for this bit of intel right here. Okay. Man, oh 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 man. What do I make of this whole situation with Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Atlanta? And what is interesting here is that Reality Entertainment TV posted this afterwards. It was a reminder of something that Dr. Heavenly had posted. And she said, somebody called Real Housewives of Atlanta because this is how you do an effing trailer. Great job, TV by Pop. I think this was after the mid-season trailer premiered. And after, for Married to Medicine, and after Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. What is it that's going on? You got Dr. Simone calling out Portia. You've got Dr. Heavenly with the trailers. You got Toya with the fillers and the Botox and calling the people, saying the girls trying to look like Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj. What is going on? I want to know, like, okay, a couple of theories. It could be one, all right, the Married to Medicine girls are just fed up and don't care. That's number one. And I noticed that the conflict is with another Black female-led ensemble, another Sunday night female-led ensemble that comes on before their show. So Atlanta is still, as it came in after Potomac, is still going to be the lead-in to Married to Medicine. Then it is also, well, yeah, it's also the other show based in Atlanta. So it's interesting to see all of this smoke. There was no smoke for Potomac, but there's a lot of smoke for Atlanta. Now, is it because of is it the Phaedra effect? Is it the algorithm effect? Okay, let's jump into the Atlanta Housewives algorithm. Or is it just that the Married to Medicine ladies are like, we tired of being the underdogs and we are going to scream it from the rooftops. Y'all gonna quit overlooking our show. It could be that. It could be that. It could be that. What do you guys think? Let us know in the chatterization down below. There's one other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today, and that is this. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see Nene Leakes' talk show on her YouTube channel. I have had the privilege to watch just a bit of it. And I would say that this is, again, what I was hoping for from Nene Leakes for quite some time. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for capturing this, because it does give me something interesting to talk about in regards to, I wasn't going to critique the entire episode, but I do love that they pulled out this piece for us to kind of discuss here. I like discussing things that don't feel so like that topics that we haven't necessarily run down too much. And I do think that this was interesting because it was a conversation with, a really big reality TV star and a really big reality TV producer. And so they talk about, Carlos King talks about social media ruining reality TV stars, or maybe how they are received or processed their what they do on the show. And Nene says that reality stars aren't being authentic on camera. She talks about when she first got on and she first did Real Housewives of Atlanta. She talked about how, those first few weeks of filming, she had to make a decision that she was just going to be herself. There was not going to be anything fake. There was not going to be anything, driven that people thought would be entertaining. It was just going to be her. And she talks about, if you're not having a good life right now, then show that, because somebody will be able to relate to that. I absolutely 110% agree. Do I also agree that social media has sort of ruined some of this? Yes, I agree. And then no, it's a push and pull, because I feel like it depends on whether or not the reality TV star sort of processes social media and then takes that in and puts that into what they do on the show, right? So I think to that degree, it can definitely be a situation that negatively impacts the show. But moreover, I think that one of the things that really people also need to know is that there's oftentimes a lot of pressure that comes with doing a reality TV show and then making the show interesting. For instance, you've heard of cast members having scenes where maybe a producer or someone on set tells them nothing is happening, go make something happen. So in that case, you have people who create reality TV show moments or create a moment where there would not have been a moment. But then at the same time, would the audience have called that boring because nothing happened, right? Then you have the reality TV star who kind of knows what to do. So we talk about like a Kenya Moore in that sense, right? Somebody that can come in and move the story forward. But is moving the story forward a natural act, right? If it is natural for that person to be inquisitive in a dramatic fashion, then I say go right ahead and do it. Be you. But if you are doing it for the sake of, okay, we need to make something happen, then we refer back to point A, in which now we are creating reality. So creating reality oftentimes is what leads to people feeling pressure to do more, okay, and be more, because that is the expectation that is being placed upon them by either A, the audience, B, the producers, or C, the network. Okay, so once you have all of those things happening with that expectation of what is supposed to happen by either the fans, the audience, or the network, then, or the producers, then you have a situation where the reality TV stars become a little stuck because they don't know what to do. They don't know whether to be themselves, or they don't know whether to give a little bit extra in order to satisfy those who are paying them and those who are watching the show. Now, the problem comes in is when those reality TV stars have that level of expectation and then they start performing to that expectation, and we can tell that is a problem, okay? So you have to walk the fine line of being able to be performative, but not overly so. So then you take it back, and I'm going to give you guys this bit of information because I understand the process because I've done it before. Oftentimes, when I've said this before, when you go into auditions or when you go into things and you're going to be doing something in the reality TV space, the game show space, whatever the space is, there's an expectation that you bring a lot of energy with you. That amount of energy may not be natural to you. And if it's not natural to you, it's going to come off on camera until you develop that natural muscle of doing the most. Final thing is this. Nene says it, and she said it best. There came a point in time where she said, I'm just going to give you me. Okay. And that's going to have to be enough. And that was pretty much the place that I came to with it when I did it for a brief period of time, a short period of time. But when you come to that realization and it hits you like a ton of bricks, that is when you get the magic. Period. But you have to have a reality TV personality who has the personality to be entertaining regardless of the pressures and regardless of anything else. And that is where it goes back into casting. And there you have it. Okay? If you cast right in the beginning, you won't have these issues. Problem solved. That's at least my take on it. But, you know, to have two heavyweights in the business talk about it, I wanted to kind of weigh in on it because I thought that this was a novel discussion for us to have. And I like having new discussions, right? What can we bring to the table that's new, thoughtful, and thought-provoking? Finally, I do want to say this. I think, you know, one of the things that I love about doing this is, you know, I love reality TV, obviously. I love talking about these shows. When we talk about the things that we talk about, I know that a lot of people feel passionate about, you know, the people that are involved. A lot of times at the end of the day, I think that we can be passionate about the people and maybe not like a person, but not insult them and insult them to the point where it like we're literally dragging them for the filth. I don't think that we need to do that on, you know, my platform or anybody's platform. So just kind of be mindful of how you make your comments and commentary about these people, because at the end of the day, they're putting their lives on blast for us to judge to a certain degree. And so I try to give people like a little bit of grace because, you know, not everybody has the courage to do that, especially in this day and age. It's hard. So with that being said, just try to like think about that when you make comments on, you know, videos and stuff like that. Like at the end of the day, these are still people too. So that's why I kind of give as much grace as I do, because I understand that at the end of the day, these are still people. So if you love reality TV commentary, if you love insightful, thoughtful, psychological takes on some of these things, and sometimes not so psychological takes, you know, we will go down rabbit holes, then this is the place for you. Join the Skye Squad. Comment down below. I'd love to have you here. We love it. And I will catch you in the next video.